The biggest mistake you're making right now is thinking you can win a home the old way. In 2025, the market is more competitive than ever. And if you're not playing smart, you will lose. I've seen it, I've heard it too many times. Buyers falling in love with their dream home only to lose to a stronger offer. So today, I'm gonna explain exactly what it takes to win in a multiple offer situation so you can secure that dream home. And stay with me because by the end of this video, you're gonna know the exact steps to take. What's up guys, Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you are planning on buying, selling, relocating, whatever your situation is, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. I'd love to help you out as well. You can contact me directly here, or you can go in the description below, use one of the methods I have listed there. So let's get into the exact steps that you need to take so your offer stands out. The first two things that you need to do are very quick, very simple to accomplish. The first one is understanding your market. Low inventory plus high competition is going to bring in the multiple offers. We're here in March in Northeast Ohio, and we are already seeing it on multiple locations, or in multiple locations, I should say, on multiple homes. There's areas to where a house is hitting, and I've witnessed it just recently where it went multiple offers, sold in a day, done, gone, off the market. So you need to understand exactly how your market is because some markets are a little bit slower. Yes, average days on market have increased. We are currently sitting around 31 days on market here. Other places it's even greater than that. So it really depends on your market situation. The other thing you want to do is have that pre-approval ready to go. Not pre-qualified, you want the actual pre-approval because the quicker you get that, the stronger everything is moved along. Like if you have like a conforming loan and they're pretty much ready to go with you, documents are all filled in, that is only going to help you that much more. Now, one of the first things you want to consider is your earnest money deposit. Some states don't require it. Here in Ohio, it's not required, but it's kind of like a good faith type deposit down on the house to show that you are interested. The more you put down for the earnest money, the stronger you are going to stand out to show that you are really wanting the house and you are all in for the house. And if you don't know what earnest money is, it's basically an upfront down payment that is held in escrow for later on to just say that you're not gonna randomly back out of a house for no reason whatsoever. Get it, life happens. There's contingencies that may be in place that can get you to back out of a house. But that money is gonna come off at closing cost, which it'll either come down, it's gonna be less your down payment. So if you put $5,000 earnest money down, you have to come up with, say, $20,000 down payment. You're only gonna have $15,000 to pay at the end of it because title will take that money and put it towards your closing cost. Another one that I get asked a lot on is, should we do an escalation clause? This one is 50-50. And basically what the escalation clause is saying if there is an offer that comes in greater than yours, you are willing to match it plus an additional X amount of dollars. So say you put an offer in for $400,000, a house comes in at $405,000 and your escalation clause is capped at $410,000, but you're willing to go $1,000 over the highest offer. That means your offer now just became $406,000, which in theory, it works out really nice as a negotiating tool and kind of puts you in place to beat that top offer. However, the other 50% of the time, the sellers kind of get a bad taste in their mouth because they're looking at it as, well, why wouldn't you just offer that in the first place? And it comes with not properly being educated with the escalation clause itself. And if they're not properly educated, then they're not going to understand the concept behind it. So they automatically are just like, well, we don't even want the extra $1,000. We're going to take the $405,000. So it's really hit or miss on the situation and how you're really feeling, because it's ultimately up to you. So don't necessarily think that escalation clause is the answer. but also know it may be the answer. It's a very tricky thing to do. Now, one of the other avenues you could look at is waiving contingencies strategically. Don't just up and say, we're not doing a home inspection. I would not advise that at all. You should always have a home inspection no matter what market you are in, so you know what is with the house. Now, you could say we want to do a home inspection, but you put in the contract that you're not going to ask the seller to do any repairs. You're not gonna, come after them. It's basically essentially for your knowledge in a sense, but wording matters. You can't really put, for buyer's knowledge only. Like there's other ways to word it around, but you can work that in. Still get the home inspection done, or the inspection period. A lot of inspection periods are 10 days. Why not make it, hey, we'll have it done in 3 days? That could make your offer stand out. Now, there are appraisal gaps. They haven't really been coming back to my area in Northeast Ohio. I haven't witnessed any or heard of them. Personally, I do not advise anyone to do an appraisal gap, but if that's something that you feel you want to do or you need to do in order to get the house, that is something that you need to decide. And if you don't know what the appraisal gap is, it's just covering negative equity is all it is. If you have a $5,000 appraisal gap, house is $500,000 is what you offer, and it comes in at $495,000, you just paid that $500,000. You'll have to come with that extra $5,000 out of your pocket. Again, I personally don't advise doing it because I never think that it's a great idea to purchase negative equity. If it's something that you're gonna be in the house for multiple years and it's a few $1,000s, yes, you are going to get that back historically. But if it's tens of thousands of dollars, life happens. You don't know when it's gonna happen. Like when you're gonna move out is what I'm saying. So you gotta really do your due diligence and make sure that if you do an appraisal gap, you are gonna go about it the right way. And then again with the financing, having all your paperwork into the lender ready to go. If you're a cash buyer, you just became that much stronger of an offer because there's not gonna be appraisals that are done to the house. You can completely waive those if you want when you're a cash buyer. But if you are taking out a mortgage and you are financing, have all your paperwork in order, ready to go, and even have the lender reach out to the list agent to let that list agent know, hey, this offer, these clients, they are solid, ready to go. There's not gonna be any hiccups whatsoever. So this one's gonna be a big one, and it's just understanding the seller's motivations. Have your agent find out exactly what is the biggest concern to the seller. We are allowed to ask the list agent that. I do every single time because it's not necessarily price. If it is price, then you know you gotta come in strong with the price according to whatever the comps are. But maybe a shortened timeline, like a quick close. If you can close in 20 days instead of 30, that might be more beneficial, especially on the vacant homes. Instead of doing a 30-day close, do a 20-day close. Because if it's vacant, they're most likely still paying a mortgage, or they at least have taxes that they're paying. They want to get rid of that house. They're already moved out. Or do you need to extend the close? Maybe do a 45-day close, a 60-day close. Is it going to be a 30-day close, but they need possession? I just had a client that had this situation where they needed extra time for possession. So we did a close for 30 days, and then they got another 30 days of possession just to stand out and kind of help them out a little bit and make the offer the strongest, where it wasn't necessarily price. That instance, it was all about the closing date and the possession that comes with it. So being flexible with the timelines of closing, of possession, doing rent backs if you have to, or maybe given, if it's like a week, just give them the week without rent back that's attached to it. There's so many different ways that you can strengthen it with the timeline to accommodate the seller and make them feel more comfortable. And if you have the means to do it, You can even offer to pay for some of the seller's closing costs on things to make your offer stand out that much more. It really depends on your financial situation and what you want to do in order to achieve it. Now, with all of that combined together, it's going to take some serious negotiating to get you the best offer and to have you win the house. So make sure your agent, whoever you use, is going to end up having those negotiating skills to make your offer stand out. That's reaching out to the list agent and building rapport, finding out exactly what the seller is looking for. That's sending comps, like the comps that you used to come up with the offer to the list agent, because then maybe they didn't see those comps, or maybe it's something where the homeowners, they didn't believe the comps so much, or they thought their house was worth more and they only saw the comps from their agent. Now they're seeing another agent come in with different comps. But switching stuff, like moving stuff all around, doing things, adding that extra timeline, whatever the case is, you got to have an agent that knows exactly how to negotiate, how to go about stuff. They aren't afraid to rustle any feathers, or just tell the list agent, this is what my client is offering, this is how we're going about it. Getting all the ducks in a row. Negotiating is the biggest key to 2025 and the biggest key to really securing that dream home. Let me know in the comments down below what you think is the most important aspect to winning a multiple offer. If you got any value from the video, smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And again, if you're looking to buy, sell, you're looking to relocate, you just need advice or use me as a resource, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. Love to help you out as well. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the methods I have listed there. If you haven't already, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on my future videos I have coming your way.